Happy Sunday. Trying to get my life in order here a little bit. Okay, let's do a little makeup. I'm going to show you 3 ways to use concealer because I know not everyone knows the different options with concealer, so I wanted to show those to you. If you hop on, say hello. If you're watching the replay, that live button is no longer there, so go ahead and comment replay below so I know you were able to watch. And come chat with me. Come tell me, okay, so I have a hair appointment tomorrow, and I need to know, I need help. I never know what to do. Like, obviously I need to touch up my color, but I don't know if I want to change up the color a little bit. Do I cut it a little bit? Do I leave it this length? I need to touch up some grays because my daughter is giving me gray hairs. I'm pretty certain it's her fault. Pretty certain. So, just saying. So I would love for you to comment like what you think. Should I go darker? Should I stay kind of light? Do I cut a little bit? Help. I'm always walking into the salon like, I don't know what to do. You want to go ahead and tell me what I should do? And I know that they don't like that. I'm really not that fussy when it comes to my hair. Like, I'm pretty easygoing and I like suggestions from my hairstylist, so I usually trust what she says. But I don't know that she likes to come up with ideas for me. I'm sure it's a lot easier if I walk in and be like, this is what I want to do today. You know? So I'm going to put my lip exfoliator on now because I always forget, and the last couple times I've forgotten until closer to the end, and then my lips are not prepped properly. Okay, so I just applied the primer. I like to let that kind of soak in and dry a little bit before I apply my foundation. So if you have not used our face primer, I highly, highly suggest it. This tube right here is probably going to last you 6 to 9 months, depending on how often you're going to use it, because you don't need that much. And if you are getting to the very end of this and you cut it, there's going to be a lot more in there. So you're going to get a lot of use out of this sucker. And it's part of our Flawless 4 right now. So the whole reason behind the primer, I mean, when you do your nails, you put a base coat down. That's what's helping your nail polish last the longest. When you are painting a wall, you put down a primer so that you're covering up some of the imperfections in the wall, so that the paint really sticks and really stays and looks nice and all of that stuff. Well, this is the same concept. You want to prep your face for makeup application. You want it to look flawless. You want it to look as best as it possibly can. Obviously, skincare is going to be a big part of that. But to get the most out of your makeup, you want to start with a primer. It's going to help your makeup stay in place. It's going to help oil control. It fills in those fine lines and those pores so that you can allow your makeup to sit on your face rather than seep down in those pores. And it's going to protect those pores too. We don't want to clog up those pores with a whole bunch of makeup either, because for some people, that can lead to more breakouts. So primer is really going to help you in so many ways, and I highly recommend it. Majority of my customers and majority of people who use the liquid foundation or any foundation are going to use a primer too, okay? So if you look at our Kudos right now, these 2 products right here would cost you $39 plus $30, $78, okay? But for like $21 more, you're going to get 2 more products. So it's a really, really, really good deal. And I don't want you to miss out on it. I don't want your shade of foundation to sell out. I want you to jump on it now because you're going to get the best savings that I can possibly offer you, okay? $47 off the bundle. That's like a product and a half for free. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to do eyelets, but I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can use a concealer. Some people have a concealer already to highlight under their eyes, which I do often. Sorry, I'm getting all these notifications. I keep trying to swipe them away. I should have turned them off, but I did not. So a lot of people already have a concealer to actually highlight, which is what I show often in my videos. I use a shade or two lighter under my eyes to highlight. Well, you can also grab a shade that is very close or the same shade as your foundation to actually get more coverage out of your foundation, make it more full coverage rather than a medium coverage foundation. If you have more blemishes, more areas that you need to hide, you can apply this concealer directly to your face, or I'm going to show you how I mix it on my brush and then apply it for a full coverage. So that's going to be the first way to use a concealer, which is the same or similar shade of your foundation, okay? So I'm going to take my Touch Liquid Foundation. I shook it all up. I emptied out the dropper. I shook it up some more. That way everything's all mixed. We are minerally based products, so there can be some separation. So you want to make sure you mix up your foundation really well, okay? Then I'm going to take my liquid foundation brush and I'm just going to do 4 drops right on the brush. Hello, Alyssa, how are you? And then I'm going to add in that concealer. So this is going to be, this is a very similar, it's not the same shade. It's actually velour, it's a little bit lighter. But my eyelet is a little bit dark for me right now. So and I can help you choose which foundation or which concealer would work for your foundation. But this is adding a little bit of concealer on my brush. It's going to give me a more full coverage in this foundation. Oh no. So, and I mix it right on my face. So are you talking influenza or the stomach flu? Hi Heidi, how are you? Hopefully your dog wasn't too mad at you. Is her name Annabelle? I almost said that to you when you were here, and I am like, that might be wrong. Am I crazy? I bet our dogs would love each other though. Okay, so I mixed in a little concealer with my foundation color. So this is going to give me more of a full coverage rather than just the liquid by itself. Some people like to mix in a BB cream to kind of get the same effect. It just kind of depends on the finish you want or the products that you have. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Annabelle. Oh, that's hilarious. She's like, who is this? Why do you have all this other dog hair on you, Mom? Okay, I'm just getting it all nice and mixed in. I try not to put a thick layer under my eyes just because I am going to put some lighter concealer there. And the less product you have under your eyes, the better. The less creasing and the less settling you're going to get in those areas. Like I have a little bit of that crepiness under my eye, those fine lines, which I did get my new serum recently to help with fine lines and wrinkles. So we're going to start combating that soon. How are you, Crystal? Okay, I think we're all mixed in. No, I'm not using the stick today. I am obsessed, obviously, but I wanted to show you guys how you can use concealer in 3 different ways along with the liquid foundation for those girls that need that Flawless 4 kudos, because I mean it saves $47, so we got to do that, right? And then I also need recommendations for my hair. So if you guys have any recommendations, I have an appointment tomorrow. I can't decide if I want to go a little darker, if I want to kind of stick with the same lightness, if I, what I don't know what to do. I always walk into the salon and I'm so like just do whatever you think, do whatever you want. But I know they probably don't appreciate appreciate that very much. So I'm like, maybe I'll come on here and see if anyone has any great recommendations for me. Crystal, did you grab a stick? You totally, I think, would love it. I was a little afraid of the oil. Dark, like really dark, all over dark. Add some low lights. What you thinking? Hi, Katie. But if you didn't order the stick, you totally should, because I was afraid I couldn't do our cream foundation before because my skin was too oily with it. But this is way different. And of course I use setting powder over top of it, but I do that with the liquid anyway. So I went yesterday 8 hours with it on, and I was just starting to get a little shine right here, which is my typical spot where it would start. That's just how my skin is. And so I was really impressed with how well it stayed for me in my skin. I wonder, which one did you get? You have to let me know which one you got. Okay, so then the other thing you can do with the concealer. So I first mixed it, the first one was I mixed it in with my foundation for a more full coverage. And as you can see, I have a nice, even coverage. Covered up all my redness. Matches nice and well. I know. Well, hey, that saves a lot of money, right? So I'm gonna go with a lighter color of concealer, and I'm gonna apply it under my eyes. And this is going to help me highlight some and draw attention away from my under eyes. Oh, I think eyelet will be good. That's what I use. And I feel like you are always a similar in color to me. Don't you think? I think that'll be good for you. I always feel like we are pretty similar. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. I haven't worn this vest forever because it did not fit me too much very long ago. I'm definitely getting to break into a few things that I've had in my closet for a while that I haven't been able to wear, which is a really nice thing, but it didn't want to close before. So obviously I've lost a little bit in the chest area. Once you can get by with once a year, oh my word, you are a lucky girl. So this is way number 2 to use concealer. Way number 2, that doesn't sound right. The second way you can use concealer is to go lighter with it to help conceal those bags and those dark circles under your eye, but you're also bringing it down to highlight and draw attention away from it. If that makes sense. I have to go probably, I've pushed it lately, but I would say I need to go every 8 to 10 weeks at least. I really don't have many plans for today. I've been kind of cleaning my house, but I've also been kind of lazy. I have had a couple girls come pick up some makeup. And they saw me in my pajamas and no makeup and nothing done with my hair. So that was good. And I figured I should probably get ready for the day. I might have a couple errands to run. My oldest turns 10 next Sunday, a week from today. And so I should go get his birthday present. But I find so much stuff to do around my house. Okay, so then this is a personal preference of mine. I like to dampen my blending bud with some setting spray and kind of go over where I put that concealer, just This helps soak up any excess concealer so that I don't have too much under my eye. Hello, Amy. And then I just feel like it sets it down better too. Ugh. The stomach flu is rough. How long have you had it? Because I have heard some people it's lasting way longer than like the typical like 24-hour bug. And then if you want, you can highlight up in here too. I don't want to put too much on. And then down your nose. Now you don't have to do all these steps. I mostly focus under my eye. But I'll show you, you can highlight in these areas as well. Since Thursday. Oh, you poor girl. My sister woke up not feeling great today. I'm hoping she doesn't have it. And it's just like a coincidence or something. Her stomach's upset because, but there's so many. Using what wrong? Your concealer? There's so much sickness out there right now, for real. And again, I'm just gonna tap. I know. My kids play. Hi, Abby. My kids are playing with her a lot. Her kids a lot. So I'm like, oh my gosh. We are not going over there anytime soon if you have, if you have that in your house. And then you always want to, well, how have you been using your concealer? What are you doing differently? Or what did I teach you? What did you just learn? Just where to put it or what? And then you always want to set the concealer with a setting spray or setting powder. So even though I use a little bit of that setting spray on my blending bud to kind of soak up any excess and all that, you still want to set it with a setting powder. This is just going to be like your filter in a powder. It's going to give you that more of that blurred, flawless finish and help so that it doesn't settle in those lines under your eye. Okay, so my third way to use a concealer, so if you already have one to actually conceal or you already have one to highlight, then you can also get one to contour. Now, so I'm going to show you where I would put it. This is not going to be dark enough. I, for some reason, don't have a concealer that's darker than Chiffon, and Chiffon is only a shade up from my liquid foundation right now, so this is not going to show very well as a contour, but you'll kind of get the idea of what you can do. And then I'm just going to add bronzer over top just to darken it up a bit. Abby, I'm really not up to that much. Sean and I have been pretty lazy today. See, as you can see, this isn't very dark, but I'm just going to show you where to apply the concealer and how you can use it as a contour. But know that you need a darker shade than what I'm using right now. This is just the only thing I have to work with, okay? And then I would just take a brush and then blend it in there. No, I did have a couple glasses, but not too much. We've just been lazy. Bad Boys was on TV, and I got sucked into watching that. And we cleaned the house just a little bit, but oh, you can, some people do like to rub it in with their fingers. I don't like to add any like extra oil to my face, and we can carry some oil on our fingers. So that's why I don't prefer to use my fingers. But if your concealer is lighter than your foundation color, then I would recommend using it how I did. If your concealer is the same shade as your foundation color, then usually that is to just dab in random places where you need extra coverage, if that makes sense. So obviously I don't get a whole lot of dimension with a concealer that isn't dark enough, but you can see that's where You would just do the 3 and the E, or the E and the 3, and just apply a little concealer and then dab it in. Okay, so I'm gonna take my bronzer, if I can find it, and just darken that up a bit. Okay, here it is. Sorry. Yeah, so Heidi, you'll have to let me know if you like that better. So this is the Malibu bronzer. And this is just going to warm my face up a bit more since my concealer is not dark enough. But if you need help choosing which, hi Sean and Afton, if you need help choosing which concealer shades you need, just let me know and we'll figure out what you need it for exactly. Because like I said, you can mix it in to actually conceal. You can use a lighter one to highlight and a darker one to contour. Okay, so on this side I'm just going to use the bronzer. And now I know that I need to order a darker concealer. I can't believe I don't have a darker one than Chiffon. I don't know what, I probably did, to be honest with you. But we all know what happens to my makeup. I have a little 3-year-old girl who likes to play with it and run off with it. Okay, Abby, weigh in. What do you think I should do with my hair? I have an appointment tomorrow. I have 1 vote for darker so far. I just can't decide. I obviously need to cover the grays that I have poking through on top, which again I blame on Miss Afton. I just don't know what to do. I never know what to do with my hair. It's always a struggle for me. Okay, let's do some blush. And I'm going to use, kind of my go-to right now is this Surreal. I love this one. I almost didn't get it. It was actually the last one I got of the 3 new ones. I got the other 2 first, and then I'm like, okay, I need that one too. And I'm glad I got it. So they did change our blushes. They used to come in this big, huge compact, and they lasted forever. And I can't remember what the shelf life is on these, but people were not getting through them because they lasted so long. So they did make them smaller, and they decreased the price. Okay, so just retouch. I mean, obviously I'm getting a little bit more brassy colored, and I'm a little bit darker obviously on top, and then it goes a little lighter. So I should stick with that and just retouch. Thank you, Alyssa. Okay. I couldn't decide. I'm like, I don't know that I really wanted to go darker with it. I mean, we are hopefully going to hit spring here soon. We're kind of in that transition time, and I just couldn't decide what to do. And do I just trim it a little bit? Should I go a little shorter? See, this is probably as light as I get, though. I don't know. I guess I could pull some of the light in up top, right? Maybe I should do that. Because I think last time she didn't really pull as much light up top. I don't know. It's so hard, but it needs to be done. For sure. Sean was showing me the forecasts for this next week, and like in the middle of the week we're supposed to be in the 50s. I cannot wait. Although we're gonna have a flippin' mess with all the snow that's gonna melt. Yesterday was horrendous, slushy and gross. I'm so over that. My car is a disaster from kids' dirty feet climbing in and out of car seats. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready to be done with the sloppiness and the winter snow and crud. Okay, now we got to do some eyebrows. So if anyone has any questions about concealer or the Flawless 4, let me know. Yeah, I know. That's what Sean was like. Our rivers are going to be full once all of this snow melts. Oh my gosh, Alyssa, I hear you. Mine is disgusting. I pick up a couple neighbor boys after school too, so the amount of like dirty feet that have tracked in my car, oh my gosh, it's just a mess. And it's not worth cleaning up right now. And I need to wash the outside too, but I'm kind of dragging my feet on that because it's just gonna get messy again. I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. Okay, speaking of eyes, Brevin woke up with pink eye yesterday, which I'm not gonna complain because if that's the worst we have right now, I'll take it. Because I know there's a lot worse out there. And I'm still not giving in and opening up a new brow palette. And I know I need to because this one is only supposed to be open for 12 months and I've had it for 2 years. I'm not a very good rule follower when it comes to that. But when I tell you that our products last a really long time, I'm not kidding. Okay, I went down too far. So I don't do a whole lot with my brows. I'm not the greatest at shaping them, but I know that they need to at least be defined a little bit more. Obviously that makes a huge difference, just that little bit of product. Yeah, he's doing fine, but he sure does not like those eye drops, let me tell you. He's like clenching his eyes shut as hard as he can so I can't open them. I'm like, I don't blame you, bud. I don't like people messing with my eyes either, but yeah, the primer too. I think, are you talking about the face primer? This says 24 months actually, so that's good. My primer probably lasts me like 9, I would say. Maybe a little bit more. I don't replace it very often. But with the Flawless 4, now is the time to grab that back up. Because when you do need it, even if you're not ready for it, who wants to pay full price for it when you don't have to, right? Because this month you wouldn't have to if you grab the kudos. You're essentially getting like almost $12 off each product if you get the kudos. Yes. Now for sure is the time. What are you doing? Did you change your clothes again?
No.
Oh, you got stickers all over. You want to show them? Oh, she's always got to make an appearance, right? She's got a 4th of July dress on. And we got Doc stickers all over. Yes, they see. Okay, go play with Daddy, okay?
Okay.
It's so nice when Sean's home when I go live because he can distract them and I don't have as much interruption. Did you guys see Afton? Abby says hi. Oh, she ran away already. Did you guys see my post about how you can get more out of your brow liner? So I use brow liner a lot too. That's probably why this has lasted me over 2 years, because I do like to use my brow liner as well, especially like if I'm in a hurry. But if you get to the very end of your brow liner and it won't come up anymore, roll this all the way down and then snip off about this much of your brow liner, and you're probably going to get another week or more out of your brow liner. You get quite a bit more. So it like won't come up, but if you snip just a little bit off the top and then roll it back up, you can get more use out of it. So, because the brow liner is probably the product that I have to replace the most often. Everything else lasts me a really long time. Those and my shine cloths, or I guess now they're cleansing cloths, but those are the two products that I replace more often. But there's a little hack to get you more use out of the brow liner. And I save some of mine because I like to have the spoolie brush, the spoolie side. So I used to save that. So I had a couple old brow liners that I'm like, oh sweet. So I snipped the top off and sure enough, a lot more liner. Yes, it's just an easy one to use, especially like if you're in a hurry. I feel like it's just faster for me to use the brow liner, but cost effective wise, this is going to last you a heck of a lot longer than replacing that brow liner all the time. I still get, I mean, I don't know. If I go back and forth between the two brow products, I probably get at least a month or two out of the liner though, because I'm not usually using it every single day. So, but it's definitely replaced more often than anything else. Okay, let's do a little eyeshadow, and I'm not going to do anything too crazy today. I'm going to use a little Fervent today though. I think that'll match my vest well. Fervent's one of those colors that people are scared of because it looks so bold. It's like this burgundy red. I love it though. It's like one of my favorites to use in the outer corner. So I always start with a light color as my base, just to kind of even everything out. And then I like it to go on top, right directly on top of that eye primer, because sometimes depending on how much eye primer you put on, you might not be able to get it blended quite as well. So I feel like if I put a base color down, like I like to use Timid. So if I put this down first, I feel like it gives me more leeway when I'm blending. I have something to blend into. But the eye primer for me is completely necessary because I get oily eyelids and my eyeshadow will crease fast if I don't use it. Now these pressed shadows I do love because they do have primer infused in them. So a lot of people can get by with just these shadows and they will last them a really long time. But if you have any oil on your lids like I get, then you need the eye primer. You're going to get the most out of your eyeshadow that way. Plus the color goes on more vibrant and you tend to need to use less eyeshadow just because it holds the pigment better or something, if that makes sense. So there's Timid just as my base. And then I'm going to use Jealous today in my crease, kind of as my transition, with my favorite brush, our fluffy crease brush. If you don't have it yet, I say this every time, if you don't have it yet, you need it. It's like the perfect combination between, where's it at? This one I used to always rant and rave about, and I still do. You need this blending brush. But if these two had a baby, it would be the fluffy crease brush. It's just a little bit smaller than the blending brush and a little bit bigger than the crease brush and a little less dense, a little softer than the crease brush. So honestly, I think you need them all, but this is definitely my favorite eyeshadow brush that we have. This is one of our newer neutrals. This Jealous. I don't even know, is this the one that was back ordered for a while? Isn't this brush amazing? I know. It's so good. And prior to Younique, I didn't use brushes. I've said this many times. I didn't understand the importance of good brushes. I really didn't know anything about makeup though, to be honest with you, before I started with Younique. I bought the kit for the mascara because I wanted to try it, and I'm like one of those people that if I can sign up for a discount, I'm gonna do it. So that's kind of how it all started for me. And then I've learned so much, and I've like tried so many new things. I don't know. Now I'm like, okay, I get why people use eyeshadow brushes. It's so much different. And not all eyeshadow brushes are the same either. It does make it really easy, that's for sure. It's definitely my favorite. If I had to pick 3 brushes for you to get, 3 eyeshadow brushes, it would be this one, the blending brush, and probably the deluxe brush. Isn't it fun? It's just fun though. Like, it's fun to learn about it. It's fun to try new things. It's fun to help people try new things. I don't know. It's just fun. I was never like that big into makeup before. Where is my deluxe brush? Right here. That's the one I like to use on my lid. We have so much fun, don't we, Alyssa? It's fun. Okay, and then I'm gonna do Relaxed on my lid. This is a shimmer, metallic shimmer. It really is. And when I use shimmers, I like to wet down my brush with my setting spray. So that's just another use of the setting spray. If you get that in your kudos. This is one of my favorite shadows. And I'm going to concentrate it mostly on the front half, the inner half, whatever, of my eye. Because I'm going to use that fervent on the back side. And I pack the shimmer colors on more than I do like blending or swiping. And that's where the setting spray is going to help. That way you don't get much fallout, but you're going to get a real pretty shimmer. Okay. And then I'm going to take my crease brush and do a little bit of that fervent on the outside, and then I'll go back in with my blending brush and kind of blend it all together. So it's going to look a little crazy at first. Clean it off quick here. What are you guys doing today? Does anyone have big plans for this sunny Sunday? See how that blends really well, and that color is not as scary as it seems. I think I got a little bit more on this side. Now my preference is to do a shimmer on my lid and then keep it more matte on the outer portion. You cleaned your garage? Good for you. See, I need to take well, I guess I need to take cans back. So do you not have like, do you not have like a recycling container that they come and pick up? You have to take your recycling stuff somewhere? We get like a big like dumpster, like a trash dumpster for recycling, and they pick it up every 2 weeks. Our garage could use some help, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit more. We're probably spoiled here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Did the roads get pretty bad there yesterday, Abby? Or did you go anywhere? So we went to the mall yesterday, and when we were coming home, it was those big, huge snowflakes, which it was just like obviously really wet and heavy, but it was getting like slushy and kind of like the parking lot was a little bit slick and stuff in certain spots. But it was warm enough, luckily, that it wasn't freezing completely. Yeah, between Amazon and Unique and all of that, we always have so many boxes, don't we? My dad never understands how I have so many boxes all the time. He's like, you get so many deliveries. I'm like, I know. It's Amazon Prime. I'm spoiled. I need something and I just click and add it to my cart and they bring it to me in 2 days. I have lots of boxes all the time. Oh yeah, no good. I figured it probably was. I saw some, because is that Webster County? Because I saw that post that they were like saying travel not advised in Webster. Maybe that's south of you a little bit. I don't even know. I don't know that stuff very well. Oh, I hear people coming down the steps. Okay, and then I'm going to take Laid Back, which is this ivory color. Ugh, that slush is just so annoying, so messy. And then put that right under my brow. I'm not one to really put shimmer under my brow, it's just not my preference, but we have lots of lighter colors that you could use to like really highlight under the brow if you wanted some shimmer. Or you use a luminizer. Okay, that's what I thought. And that was like middle of the day that they were saying that. Hopefully we're just done with that crud. I don't even want to say the word, but because I don't want to jinx us. But I'm hoping we're just going to go right into spring. No more. Okay, I'm going to do some black pencil liner. So our black is called Perfect. These pencil liners literally last forever. I did get just open up a new one because I have my other one upstairs, but they do not need to be replaced often at all. So I'm putting it on my waterline first here. And then I'm going to pull some of that Fervent, that burgundy shadow I use, underneath my eye too. Yep. I'm just ready for my kids to be able to burn off energy outside. They did go outside for a little bit today, but it's such a mess out there. We all need sunshine and warmer temps so that we can enjoy it outside. I know, they are. Well, and everyone's sick too. I swear half the town of Ankeny is sick. So I go real close to my lash line just to kind of, I have an eyelash on my contact. Just to kind of thicken up that lash line. I'm not going to be able to get it off. Sorry. I don't know where it went. I hate that. Like, that lash just lays right over top of my contact. I would do anything for LASIK eye surgery, I swear. I'm so over contacts. I want braces, or Invisalign would be good too, or LASIK eye surgery. A mommy makeover wouldn't be terrible either, but you know, that's probably never gonna happen. Just fixing where my eyes were watering a little bit. But even with my eye watering, as you can see, this eyeliner stays put. One of the first products that sold me on Unique, because my eyes are so sensitive to eyeliner. I never could wear, I would never even think of wearing eyeliner on my waterline because my eyes would itch and get so irritated from eyeliners that this does not do it for me. Oh, Anna, you got LASIK. Where did you go? I need to do a little more research on it because like doctors and things like that. And I don't even know if I'm a candidate, but what? No way. How is that so? I know people older than you that have done it, but you pretty much have to pick. Like if you were getting to the point where you needed like readers, you would have to choose if you want which part of it you want to be fixed. Like I could get LASIK right now and they could fix my my near side. I get real confused. I can't see far away. So they could fix that for me, but that doesn't mean that I'm still not going to need like readers eventually. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Or if I got to the point where I couldn't see close up, they could fix that. But then I would still need something for far away. Well, you could still, I would rather be able to see far away. I don't know. I don't know what I would want, but I just want something. I don't want to have to wear contacts like I do. There's no way you're going to need readers soon. Oh, really, Anna? I wonder if I would be a candidate. I know I have astigmatism in one eye, but I don't think I really have, my eyes aren't, like, I don't have great, like, I'm kind of, like, blind. So I don't know for sure if I would be a good candidate or not. Hello, Heather. How are you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I want to spend the money, and it does kind of scare me too. You say that you're so blind, but didn't we compare our prescriptions one time? And my prescriptions are way worse than your prescriptions. I can't see close up fine at all. Like, I have terrible eyes. Terrible! Okay, let's do some Epic mascara. If you're not on my Epic subscription program, I highly recommend you do that. You can get your mascara delivered to your door for free at a frequency you choose. Like, yeah, we did. 30, 45, 60, or 90 days. And you do want to be replacing your mascara every 90 days. I don't care what brand it is. You need, for the health of your eyes, as we're talking about eyes, you need to replace that mascara every 90 days. Because after that, that's when bacteria starts brewing. And nobody wants nasty eye infections. So once this is open, you have 90 days. And then you need to replace it. $36 is not old, Abby. I wish I had Sean's eyes. He still has no problem. He has like perfect vision. I'm hoping my kids get that from him. But anyways, back to the Epic. If you do the subscription, it's going to ship to you for free and it's going to come with a sample. Everyone loves samples, right? A free sample. And who doesn't love free shipping? And it's really easy to change or cancel. And when you hear auto ship or subscription program, like that's a really scary term for a lot of people. And I totally know because I am involved in some of them. And they're like, you have to jump through hoops. You have to call this person to cancel. And then they like talk you into staying. And then you end up spending more money because you're like so like uncomfortable. Or is that just me? I get on the phone with people and like I'll like want to do something and I end up doing the complete opposite and end up spending more money because I'm so like uncomfortable and intimidated and can't talk on the phone. So anyways, this is not like one of those subscription programs where you're going to get like roped into like all these extras or not be able to cancel it. You literally go to your account on the website and one button, you can cancel it or you can change it, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I'm terrible. Completely terrible. I get so frustrated that I just like end up crying on the phone just because I can't get my words out. I'm so bad. I never end up getting what I want out of my phone conversations because I just can't handle it. Live chats are much better for me. I'm not a phone call person. Like those memes that go around that say like, be a normal person and just text me, don't leave me a voicemail. I'm that person. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get so uncomfortable. Heidi, you're almost 36, right? You're not. You're fine. We all wish we were a little bit younger, don't we? My sister-in-law, she was older than you, wasn't she, Heidi? You were in the same class, were you, as Tanya? Because I know Ralph was in Sean's class. I always lose track. Okay, what should I do for my lips today? I put my lip exfoliator on and they feel pretty good. I don't want to be 20 though either. Like 25, I'd be happy with. But then I wouldn't have all my children, so that wouldn't be good either. Let's do successful today. This is one of our newer colors. And when you're using this splash, you want to wipe all the excess off the wand just so you don't apply such a thick layer. because a little bit goes a long way with this, and the less you use, the better it dries so that it will stay. I need to wipe the extra exfoliator off. So our lip exfoliator is like a sugar scrub, so it tastes delicious, and it has shea butter in it. So the sugar helps to exfoliate everything, but then the shea butter is going to moisturize your lips, and in the wintertime, majority of us are going to need that. I use liquid today, mixed with some concealer, because I wanted to show that you can get the same or a similar shade in your concealer to get more coverage. You can get a lighter concealer to do the highlighting, and then you can do a darker concealer to contour. Yes, I hear you. I'd be okay with, what am I right now? How old am I? 34. Yeah, I'm 34. I'd be okay with staying like 33, 34. I mean, I haven't been 35 yet, but I'm sure that'll be okay. But I don't want to get any older than that. So this is a matte lipstick. Hold on. So you especially want to make sure your lips are nicely exfoliated and all that before, or it's going to show all those chapped areas. But having nice exfoliated lips is going to allow your product to stay on longer too. And then once I let this dry, it's going to transfer a little bit, but it's going to transfer a lot less than like a traditional lipstick. It doesn't stay quite as long as a stain, obviously, but I do get pretty long wear out of this once it's dry. And if I did dab on a little bit of the setting powder, I would get even longer wear out of it. So our setting powder is part of the Kudos this month too, and there's multiple uses for this. Just like you can put it on your lips. I know a lot of people who like to put this over their eye primer before they start an eye look, just to have that to blend into. And then, you know, to set that concealer, to set your whole face for your lipstick, things like that. Setting spray is a choice in our Kudos too, and obviously that can set your whole face. But I used it to dampen my blending buds. I used it to dampen my brushes. So a lot of our products have multi-use. 2 years older. Okay. I kind of, like, it seemed like that was so much time, like, when we were younger, but now it's like we're all like this. I just feel like we all are like the same age. You know what I mean? So even though I did use a little bit of the setting powder on my face, I do like to use this as well. And typically people with drier skin are going to go for the setting spray over the powder. But for me with oil, I like the setting powder because it does help keep that oil under control. But I really like to use the setting spray too as a finisher. I get way better longevity out of my makeup if I use a setting spray. I notice a significant difference when I don't finish with this. So it's definitely a necessary product for me, and even more so in the summertime when I'm like sweating and outside and things like that. And I'm really bad at the whole just lightly push down on this. I just gotta like spray it all over the place. And I probably use more than you need. But I can't, like, I'm not coordinated enough for some reason to do that light mist in the X and then the T. Nope, it's just all over. That's all I can do. I don't have the coordination or something. I don't know what it is. So there you have it. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used today, let me know. I'm have a goal set for myself this month for our kudos, and I have 4 more spots I need to fill. So if you are interested in saving $47 on our top face products, let me know. And Heidi, I want to know after you use the stick foundation what you think. I'm really curious. Oh, you know what? One more thing I wanted to do quick before I hop off is I wanted to see if we had other brushes that are going to work for this stick foundation, because our Kabuki brush, which is this brush right here that was made to go with our stick foundation, this one right here is back ordered. Now it's really soft, it's really dense, and it's the perfect brush for blending this type of foundation. But I wanted to see how another product would work, or another brush would work for application if you can't get your hands on the Kabuki brush right now, which it is coming back. So I was going to put some of this on my hand. So this is the stick foundation in Eyelet. Obviously it doesn't look quite right for my hand, but you know what I mean. And then I want to see how our liquid foundation, this isn't quite as soft and it's a little more stiff than that Kabuki brush, but I wanted to see if you didn't have another choice, because we do have, this actually works really well. So we do have some shades left of, that actually worked really well. That blended super easy. We have some shades left of the stick foundation. I think we are sold out from velour down. So if you are eyelet, taffeta, chiffon, satin, and anything higher than that, you can still get your hands on the stick foundation. But this is more of a full coverage foundation. I do recommend using like a powder over top just to set it, just because it's more of a cream-based product, and I always recommend setting cream-based products with just a dusting of powder. You'll just get a better wear of it throughout the day. So it does blend really easy with this brush too. But this one, oh, I just love this one. This one is so soft and feels so good that you're going to want this brush eventually when it comes back. So the liquid foundation brush is an option for the Kabuki if you need that. I'm going to try, so I put it on my arm. I'm going to try and blend it with, this was another one that people were asking about, with the powder concealer brush. So this product is so creamy, but it does blend out pretty darn easy. That works pretty well too. Can you see it? So if you had one of these brushes, you could definitely get by using one of these until the Kabuki brush does come back. Look at how flawless that looks. It's such a good coverage. I can't even, it's so good. Well, hi, Miss Katie. So you get amazing coverage out of this stick foundation. And we definitely have brush options for you while you wait. So, okay, well, if anyone wants to grab the stick foundation, let me know that too, because we need to get it sooner than later if your shade is in stock, because those shades will be gone eventually too. But everything will be coming back. We just don't have a date yet for when it'll be back. So best to get it while you can. Okay? All right, if you have questions, let me know, and I would love to help you. I do, if you only need a couple of the products that are included in the Flawless 4, our monthly kudos, go to my Confidence Club group and let me know in there which ones you need, and I'll try and work something out with you. But if you're in need of like even a couple of them, your best deal in the long run is to just grab the whole kudos, because you're going to save $47, and I'll make sure it ships to you for free too. So, okay, if you have questions or you need color match, please let me know. I would love to help you. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you soon. Good morning. This is kind of a last minute decision, so I don't know how prepared I'm going to be. My vanity's a disaster zone right now. That's okay. It'll be fine. And we'll see how long it takes Afton to find me, because I snuck away. Sean is finally home after 13 days on the road, so we all welcomed him home. Okay, if you're watching right now, you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment replay below so that I know you were able to watch. I always appreciate that. And if you hop on while I'm live, please say hello. I feel like I'm going to be, hey mom, I feel like I'm going to be kind of a tease today and use the foundation stick again. Even though I know a lot of you can't get your colors, but I just love it. I loved it so much yesterday. I left it on, let's see, I put it on about 3 o'clock or so. I'm gonna do my primer here quick. I put it on about 3 o'clock and took it off about just before 9. And I know that's only what, like almost 6 hours. So it's not a full day of wear, but I didn't get any shine from it. I was kind of worried, since it's more of a cream-based foundation, that I would have a little bit of extra oil, just because for my skin type, the liquid foundation I do pretty well with. I do get a little bit of an oil breakthrough with it, so I always top it with some setting powder. So I was kind of worried, but I didn't have any issues with this stick foundation. So I'm like, okay, well, I can put it on a couple hours earlier today and see how well it does as more of a full day. So I apologize in advance, because I know some of you can't get your shades right now, but they will be coming back. You can still get our amazing Flawless 4 deal right now. So I highly suggest doing that, and then we can get your stick foundation and this kabuki brush when they are fully stocked, unless you are velour or higher or darker in your stick foundation, then you can snag it right now. So, but if you do the Flawless 4 and you need full coverage, we'll just get your foundation shade and your concealer shade in the same color, and if you mix these two together, you're going to get more full coverage. Okay, so I can work with you. Plus, our Flawless 4 is our biggest deal we have for the year. It's definitely the best savings you can possibly get on our 4 currently most popular face products. Okay, I'm gonna start with just half my face again, just so you can see the difference. I should have taken, I always forget to take a before picture, like a wake up picture. So this brush literally blends this foundation like a dream. Hi Stacy, I still need to get, you still have primer I need to get to you. It's up on my counter and it stares at me every day, and I keep meaning to message you and then I don't. I know you were on your trip when I was thinking about it more. I'm like, ah! Okay, so this is a full coverage. Okay, it's actually considered a medium to full coverage. I know, I hear you, trust me. I just feel bad that you haven't gotten it yet. So it's a medium to full coverage. So if you put on a light layer of this, it's going to be more medium coverage. If you put on a little bit more, you're going to get the full coverage. And I am getting really good coverage. I don't know what you would consider how thick I put it on, but I didn't use all that much. So this is Eyelet. Obviously it covers all of my redness. Gives me a nice flawless finish. So this brush is densely packed, and it's got like the flat top. It's super soft, but it's the perfect brush for blending out this type of foundation. It gives you more of that airbrushed look. Look at that. You can't even see, like, I have larger pores like right in here, and it's just totally giving me a nice even coverage. I love it. I'm obsessed. Let's do the other side. Eventually I'll have a lighter shade for highlighting, but for now I'm saving it for a customer since the light shades are running out. Look at that, how it just covered my zit that's hanging out there. So I will eventually be able to show you how you can highlight with the stick foundation too. But this goes on so easily. Oh, I hear footprints above me. I wonder if they found me. And I'm gonna use my darker shade. Okay, no problem. Thanks for hopping on for a bit. I'm gonna use the darker shade that I have. I need to make sure up close that I got it all blended in. The darker shade of this stick, and I'm going to use it to contour again. So if you were a fan of our sculpting sticks, okay, so this is only my second day wearing this stick foundation, and I am literally loving it. So this is only my second time, but I like the coverage it gives me better than the liquid. I'm like, can't believe that I'm saying that, because I never thought anything would beat the liquid, but I honestly am loving how this looks. And it's not as matte of a finish, which I do put some setting powder over top of it just because, like I said, I can have some breakthrough oil, although I did not get any shine yesterday with it. So I'm hoping, even if I wear it longer, that I'll still be okay with just a little setting spray or setting powder over top. But do you see the finish it gives? Like, it's more of a natural looking finish. It's like a semi-matte. So I really like it. I like it a lot, to be honest. So I'm not going to do any highlighting under my eyes. I feel like I get good coverage with just this stick foundation. Eventually I will have a lighter stick that I can use for that. So I'm just going to grab my darker one and do a little contour. So if, especially ladies that have a little bit drier skin, a little more on the drier side, I feel like are really gonna like this. Yes, I've heard that before. Thank you, Janet. People who are a little bit more on the drier side are going to really like this stick foundation because it has more of that creaminess to it. So we're just going to do a little contour. This is cashmere that I'm using. A little bit on the jawline, just to define everything, give a little bit of shadow. Give my face a little dimension, warm things up a bit. I gotta put my caps back on here. So this just like twists up and down. I'm just putting the cap back on just to protect everything better. And then I'm gonna use that my same brush. And like I said, this brush did sell out really, really fast, but it is coming back. And if you do want it, you can get on my list. And I have a special offer for those who want our big kudos, the Flawless 4 plus the stick and the brush. I have a little bit of a, hey Brenda, a little bit of a perk going on for those people. Or if you're just needing like primer or a setting product or some concealer. Whatever you need, let me know. I am kind of doing a little something in my VIP group. The place for my customers. Kind of helping people out that may not need all 4 products or all 6 products. So I got, Brenda, if you're still watching, I got a darker color in the foundation stick to contour with. So that's what I'm doing now. I did cashmere as my contour, which, to be honest with you, I might even get one that's just a touch darker, that has a little bit less of the, this pulls a little orange on me. It pulls a little cool, so I'm thinking about doing it a little bit differently. We'll see. But for now it works. Put some blush on, and then I'm going to do a little setting powder over top. And I normally use setting powder anyway, just in my normal day-to-day, just to help control the oil. So let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do for blush? I think I'm going to do Supple. No, let's do Sisterly. No. I can't make decisions today. I feel like Supple, let's do Supple. It's more of a peach. We'll see how it works with this cashmere as my contour. I might have to put a little bronzer over top of it. So Supple is like this peach blush. It's a real good, just everyday color, I feel like. That works. I like it. I love this blush. Just give some warmth back to your face. Some color. Gotta blend everything together. So if you need color matched for any products, whether it be our liquid foundation, the concealer, or the stick foundation for contour, whatever it may be, just let me know and I can handle that. The best way for me to do it is if you send me a selfie in natural lighting. So we don't have a whole lot of natural light in Iowa today. It's very gloomy outside. But if you face a window and take your selfie looking at the window, that's the best way for me to see like what undertones you have, if you're cool, if you're warm. Sometimes I need to ask you a couple questions, like if you tan more, if you burn more, things like that. But I can easily get you color matched and we can get you the right products. And we do have a love it guarantee. So if I were to choose a shade for you that wasn't quite right, you can exchange it or return it even. I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzer over top. What? What do you need, Sean?
What are you doing?
Getting ready.
Oh.
Why? What? He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So I'm just doing a little bit of bronzer on my cheeks over where I did that contour, just to warm it up just a touch more. I think I might order a darker contour stick. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I like that. I like that a little better. So let's warm it up on my forehead too a little. I think we are gonna go, so we're going to the Dells next week during spring break. Sean needs some swim trunks. So we might, I feel like we've been hermits lately and we have barely left our house because there's so much sickness out there. But I'm like, okay, I gotta get myself and these kids out of the house for a bit. So I think we're just gonna head to do some shopping. I'm going to do a little bit of setting powder, just dusting it nicely so that it can control oil today and just set my makeup in place. I don't need a lot, and this is translucent, so it's one shade fits all. Okay, so I have barely used any, but it takes away any of that. It kind of mattifies it more, and then it's just going to help me with any oil control throughout the day. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna do my brows real quick here. So the products in the Flawless 4 is the primer, liquid foundation, concealer, and a setting product. Okay, so I can get you, you save $47. Like, that's a huge savings. It's like getting a product and a half for free. And if you only need 1 or 2 of those items, just comment and I'll message you, because I can likely work something out, because I have a few people who only need like 1 or 2 things. And I'm always more than willing to help find you the best deal possible. So I'm using the medium brow palette, or the brunette brow palette is technically what it's called. This palette has lasted me forever. I need to just replace it, because it's never going to run out. But products technically have a shelf life, so I should probably just replace it. I do have an extra one laying around. I just haven't pulled the trigger and actually opened it. So I don't do a whole lot to my brows other than define them, like by lining them a bit and then filling in any gaps. Just because I over tweezed for way too long, that I don't have a whole lot of hair left in my brow. So I need just a little bit of help just to complete them. And I was terrified of doing my brows at first. Like, literally, I thought I looked like a clown. And now I can't not do them. So it always feels way dramatic and way too much at first, but then you're gonna get used to it, I promise. Okay, let's do some eyes quick here, because I think Sean is wanting to go. Go figure. So always eye primer for me. Again, because I'm more oil prone and I don't like my eyeshadow to crease on me, I always use eye primer. Even if I put the face primer on, I always need eye primer. And it just kind of gives me a nice start too. It just, because it's a nude colored primer, so it just kind of evens everything out on my lids. And because it's a little bit tacky, sometimes it can be harder to blend some of the shadows. So I like to start with like a lighter shade of shadow as like my base to like work off of. Let me find all my brushes. I'm telling you, I got some work to do here getting this all cleaned up. So I need to find, I told one of my girls that I would use her shadows that she just got. It's So hey Paula, so she could see how I would use them. So I'm gonna use a couple of those today. So I'm gonna start with this ivory color. It's called Laid Back. And just kind of apply that all over first. This isn't the brush that I wanted, but I'm going with it. So this is just going to give me a starting point and something to kind of blend my shadows into, just to make them go on that much easier. Does anyone have big plans for this Saturday? Even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment what you have going on. I would love to hear. We, I think, are gonna go shopping for a bit. Get ready for our spring break trip. We need to go shopping for a new couch. Some of you may have seen, but my dog, so we have one of those recliner love seats that has like 2 rocking recliners on each side, and then in the middle is like a console with 2 cup holders. Well, my dog sniffed out a beef stick or a turkey stick that one of my children left in that cup holder, and it was just part of one of like a turkey stick, so it was laying down inside the cup holder. She tore that console apart trying to get that dang beef stick. So now, well, Sean and I had already been talking about how we needed to get new living room furniture, but now with that dang console area all torn up, we're gonna have to do it sooner than later. So we probably should go shop for that, but we'll see. I just hate having to spend money on like big things like that. And we just had to replace our dryer because our dryer stopped working correctly. So, and Sean's truck is being worked on. It's just like when it rains, it pours, you know? And we could get by with this couch for a little while longer. It's just kind of an eyesore since it's ripped apart in one section. This is the color Nimble. This is my favorite brown. I use it a lot. And my favorite brush too. This is the Fluffy Crease brush. I feel like everyone needs it. If our blending brush, our big fluffy one, and our normal crease brush had a baby, this would be it. It's like the perfect mix between the two. It's nice and soft and fluffy, but it's not quite as big as the blending brush, so you get a little bit more of a precise application out of it. And brushes do really make a big, big difference. I never knew that before Unique. I never used brushes. I used the little sponge applicators that came with the cheap eyeshadow that had like no pigmentation to it, so you had to use a ton of eyeshadow all at once and replace it constantly. It was always running out. I didn't understand how much brushes make a difference. Okay. So that's Nimble. And then I think I'm just going to see what this looks like. We're going to see here. I'm going to use Agile kind of on the outer corner. And this is kind of a plum purple. It's a really, really pretty purple though. So I'm just kind of deepening up the outside half of my eye, but blending it into that Nimble color. And then I'll bring it into the crease a little bit too. Oh, the boys found me. Now they're down here. So you can't even really tell it's a purple, but it's like an eggplant plum purple. It's one of my favorite shadow colors. I use it a lot too. So now I just need to figure out what I want to do on the lid itself. I feel like if I did the ivory, it might be a little bit too light, but I'm going to try it, and then I can always top it with something else. Just because I'm trying to use the colors that my customer got, Miss Kelly. She got this ivory and this agile, this darker purple. So I'm trying to show a look you can do with those two. This will work. A lot of times I'll use a shimmer color on the lid instead. But this is kind of just a more of a matte or a satin look. Some of them are satin. So I'm concentrating it more on the inner half of my eye, and then I'm going to take my blending brush just because I kind of got it over too far on this side. And just kind of blend out that line a little bit. Kaysen, gotta be quiet, dude. It's really hard for them to do. So no shimmer today. Just kind of a simple eye, and then I can take that ivory, this laid back color, and then I'm going to put it up here under my brow too, just to kind of highlight and brighten up under there. And it cleans up anything that might be. I have this one area on my eyelid that always just pulls dark. It's almost like there's like a little scar right there. So it always pulls dark. So I'm always like having to cover that up a little. Okay. Then I'm going to do some black pencil liner. I opened up a new one because I took my little one upstairs, because sometimes I get ready in my bathroom really fast in the morning, so I kind of split my makeup up between the two places. So I'm going to do some black liner on my waterline. And if you haven't tried this eyeliner yet, you're missing out. This is like the only eyeliner that actually stays put for me, because my eyes will water some with contacts. And it doesn't bother my eyes. A lot of eyeliners that I had used in the past would almost like make my eyes itch and burn. There's no way I would even consider putting it on my waterline. But ever since I found Unique, I have been obsessed with their eyeliner. It was one of my first products that I fully loved. So a little over 4 years ago is when I joined Unique. I bought the kit because I'm the type of person that if I know I'm going to use a product, or I think I'm going to use a product, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff for joining, I want it. And I want the future discount and all that stuff. So I have joined countless companies for that reason. And it's a way better deal now than when I joined over 4 years ago. It was 4 years in December. But all I wanted was our 3D mascara. Kason, zip it. What I really wanted was the 3D mascara. And it came in their kit, their starter kit. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get that. Well, I'm really glad I did. Because I got an eyeliner in there too. And that made me fall in love with the eyeliner, the uplift serum, and then I got the pressed powder and I fell in love with the pressed powder, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, and now all I use is Unique products. So if you want a really good way to try a whole bunch of products for a discounted price, that's where the presenter kit comes in. I know the word presenter can sound kind of scary. You do what you want with it. You can just share products you love with family members, friends, whatever it may be. I can help you really get started if you want to do it like I do. If you don't want to do anything, you don't have to. It's kind of a great little gig for sure. So I'm just taking a little bit of that Agile, which is that purple color, and pulling some in my lash line. Okay, do some mascara. Put something on my lips, which I forgot to put my lip exfoliator on, and my lips are all dry. So we'll see if I can take care of that quick. But when my lips are drier, I just choose a little bit more creamy or hydrating of a lip product. Okay, mascara. Where are you? I'm going to do waterproof because it is raining outside and we are going to be running around. Don't do what I just did. I pumped my mascara. I can't help it. It's habit. I replace it enough though. It's okay. That's what I say. So this is our waterproof Epic in black. I get great length, volume, and curl from this mascara, especially if I really pull those lashes up, then it curls back more. You should always be replacing your mascara every 3 months just for the health of your eyes. That's with any mascara, I don't care which one it is. You want to replace it every 3 months. We do have an Epic subscription program, which sounds not great to some people because the word subscription or auto ship is scary, and I totally, fully understand that. But this one is seriously okay. You're not gonna like have to call and jump through all these hoops to cancel it or change it. You literally can manage it with like a click of a button on my website. And I know that for sure because I've done it myself just to try it out. I started a subscription and it truly is really easy to cancel and change. And you can even change, like if you want to get a regular Epic mascara 1 month and then in 3 months get a waterproof with summer coming, you can just change that too. You can change your frequency. So you can do it every 30, 45, 60, or 90 days. So at least doing it every 90 days, you know that you are replacing it every 3 months like you're supposed to. and you get free shipping on it, and it comes with a free sample too. So can't get much better than that. Who doesn't like samples? And hello, you all know how I feel about shipping costs. So anything that allows me to get free shipping, I'm gonna love. This is buildable too, so, and it has little polymers built into it. So there's no fibers, but there's these polymers that are gonna grab onto that lash and just help with the length and the volume. Okay. There we are. This lip exfoliator tastes so good, especially because I have the peppermint one right now. I seriously love this foundation. I can't get over it. I just love it. We sold out of it in some shades so fast. Like one of our shades, I think, sold out in like a couple hours. And then we opened it up for a round 2. And that sold out really fast too. I think we have, I haven't looked yet today, so I'm not sure if it changed, but it was our 4 lightest shades were unavailable at this time. So I'm just wiping off that extra exfoliator. Okay, I drink a ton of water. I need to start using my lip bonbon more during the day to hydrate my lips better, because you think with the amount of water I'm drinking, I wouldn't have a problem with dry lips. It's just part of winter, right? Okay, which color should I do? I normally go for well-to-do, but it's upstairs. Oh boy, Kaysen. So I'm going to use Upper Class. It's a little mutilated right now because a certain three-year-old got into it. So I'm going to pat it on first because it's broken. And then I'm going to use my lip brush to kind of fix it up. So this is Upper Class. It has a little bit of like a sheen to it, which I like. It's not matte. And it's creamy because it's, you know, a traditional lipstick. Obviously it's going to transfer like a normal lipstick would. I should have put a lip liner on first. That would have helped. Uh-oh. Kaysen, be quiet, dude. Kaysen Lane. You guys can't hear that, but he's gonna be in trouble when I get off of here. Let me just say that. Just keep moving on like everything's good and dandy, and then I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna have a little chat with him. Okay, so that's everything. I have the best deal possible on my website right now. I don't want you to miss it. This comes around once a year, okay? One time a year. I'm going to say that again. This is the only month that we will likely see this until next year. And it is your liquid foundation, your primer, your concealer, and you get to choose either your setting spray or the setting powder that I use. Where's mine? Right here. Setting powder, okay? So you get these four for $47 savings, okay? And if you're a loyalty customer, it's going to help you towards earning some YCash. And it's also going to ship for free for those loyalty customers because that shipping threshold is $75. So I highly, highly recommend that you jump on this deal. Because our liquid foundation or stick foundation was selling out so fast, you know, everyone is going for the Kudos with the liquid, that I have a feeling some of the shades could go faster than others. So definitely do it sooner than later so that you don't have to wait for your shade to come back in. And again, this is the only time that we see this good a deal on our liquid foundation, our primer, our setting spray, setting powder, or our concealer. These products are going to last you a really long time. You're going to have to replace your foundation more often than you're going to have to replace these two. These two last like at least 6 to 9 months. So this will really get you through. So this is the time to be ordering those backup products so that when you run out, you don't have to pay full price for them. Okay? And you can do a concealer in a lighter shade so that you highlight, or you can do a concealer in the same shade as your foundation to get more full coverage or to actually conceal blemished areas. Or you can go darker and you can contour with it. So there's lots of options. Even if you have one of these concealers, there's other options for you. So if you have any questions or if you want color match, please let me know. I would be happy to do that. If you want more information on that Kudos, just comment Kudos below. I will private message you and we will get it figured out what you need for you and your skin type. And thanks for joining me on Saturday. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend and I will see you soon. What's up? I'm so excited. Look what I got today. How pretty are these colors? Oh my gosh. Seriously. Do you see those? You got your neutrals and then you got your mauve-y, purpley pink. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's so flippin' pretty. Hi Brittany, how are you? I'm really excited to play with this palette. So if you're hopping on while I'm live, please say hello. If you are catching me on the replay, go ahead and comment replay below so that I know you were able to watch and I can say hi to you later. Isn't it? Oh, I know. The waiting game is hard. Like, it's very rare for me to be willing to spend money on shipping if I can get free shipping, but I rush shipped this palette and it cost me $12, and I am telling you it was worth it because I was that excited. It's not very often I will do that. So, you know, I'm loving it if I pay to ship it. Okay, so if you don't know this already, if you get one of our products, there's always a film over the mirror. So go ahead and take that off. Some people know that and some people don't. Okay, so our Kudos this month is going to save you 20% and it comes with a palette of your choice. Now, that is the only way that you can get this palette right now because it's been so popular. They had to shut off individual sales on this palette and our inventory is running super low on it, that I don't think it will be in stock much longer. It's going to go back ordered soon. I'm pretty certain of it. So if you want this palette that I'm about to use, you need to hop on my website, jesslovesmakeup.com, go to the Kudos and select palette number 6, okay? And then you'll also get to choose an Epic mascara of your choice. It can be the brown, black, or black waterproof. And then you get to pick a splash liquid lipstick of your choice as well. And if you need some suggestions, I can give those to you, but I love Stellar, I love Subtle, Sublime is a good one, Sentimental is a very good one, Successful. So those are some of my favorites, okay? So I don't think this palette's gonna be available too much longer, so you need to hop on it. And I'm just realizing that I forgot. So I have a lot of my makeup upstairs because I brought my vanity downstairs in my office and I don't have my eye primer down here. And you guys all know how much I love my eye primer. So now I need to improvise. Dang it. Well, we might have to go without primer today, which is fine. Okay, so if you have any of our other addiction palettes, this is the only one that they have infused primer into the eyeshadow. So there is some primer infused in these. There's primer infused in our press shadows as well. But for me, I'm more of an oily person. So especially like eyelids and like T-zone area. So I use a primer to help combat that, and it really keeps my eye look in place all day long without the creasing and the smudging and the moving of the eyeshadow. So I highly, highly, highly suggest you get our eye primer. I don't have it obviously right now, so you're just gonna see me go without. Maybe I'll put a little concealer on my eyes just to kind of give me a starting point, but I don't have a good concealer color either. Or the other thing I like to use is sometimes I'll do Victoria's Splurge Shadow just as a base. Okay, I have a little organza concealer, so I'm going to use that as my eye primer today, just to kind of give me something to work off of. Something for that shadow to press into. Thank you, Brittany. I feel like it's a fitting color for this shadow palette. I got too much, I think. So I did the rest of my makeup prior to getting on here, just so that I don't make it a super long video, because I know not everyone has like an hour to watch me yap and put my makeup on. So I figured I would just come on and do my finishing touches with the 3 products that you can get in the Kudos. I used the foundation stick again today. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so easy to apply. And it's like the perfect coverage. Okay, so a little concealer just to start. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go with this Calm, which in there it looks more nude. I mean, it is a nude, but it also has, it's almost like a soft pink nude, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't even know if that's the correct term, but you know. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush, the blending brush, and just kind of put that over top of my concealer just as a starting point. That way I have something to blend into, since that concealer is going to be just a little bit tacky. And it kind of sets it down in place too. We'll see how well my kids behave, since they're all home right now. Afton wanted to stay upstairs with her brothers, so we'll see how long that lasts. If I get through this whole video without an interruption, it'll be like an absolute miracle. Okay, I feel like I'm really, really gonna love this brown. You guys know how much I love my neutral colors, but I also absolutely love mauves. But I'm gonna start with this one in my crease and kind of work off of that, and we're just gonna see what happens, because I don't really know what I want to do. But what I love about these addiction palettes, ooh, that's a good brown. What I love about these addiction palettes is when you get it, you just want to pick a palette that has colors that you're drawn to, and then you know they are all going to coordinate well together. And they all go together, so you can pick and choose which ones you look. There's so many, or which ones you use. There's so many different looks that you can do with these palettes, and it kind of takes the guesswork out of it for you and the thought process out of it. With our press shadows, I love those, but you have to build your own palettes. This, we have 6 different palettes to choose from, and you can kind of just pick the one that has colors you're drawn to. So it makes it pretty simple. Okay, this is a really good brown. Enthralled. I really like this brown a lot. So what's everybody up to this afternoon? I just got the kids picked up from school, and then we are headed over to my sister's in just a little bit because my mom is here visiting from Texas, and the kids are dying to go over there and see her. So that's on my agenda for today. And I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow is Friday. Sean has been out on the road again for another long stretch. And he gets home tomorrow morning, I believe. Those long stretches get to be pretty hard on the kiddos and me. I start to lose my patience by like day 8 or 9. Oh, okay, so that's Enthralled, and I love it. I really, really like it. What I love about most of these colors is you could really use a lot of them by themselves if you needed just a really quick eye look, and they're buildable, so you could always build the color up in the areas that you want to. You know what I mean? So I like that. Okay, now what should we do? I kind of want to see what this Impressive looks like, but this Delightful. So this one here, I believe is our new shimmer finish. So we have matte, satin, metallic, and shimmer are like the 4 main finishes. And this one is our first one that is Shimmer Pearl Fleck. So it's a little bit different. So let's give that one a try. Should we? We'll do that one. It looks pretty fun. I'm going to use my cream shadow brush and see how that works. I'm not really sure. I feel like I don't have anything on there. It's like flecks. Like, truly. Oh. That is pretty fun. It's literally like flecks of glitter. Let me wet down my brush. I use setting spray when I wet down my eye brushes. And kind of dig into the color a bit. It's like very glittery. So this is a great shadow to top other ones with. You can get, it doesn't have a whole lot of color itself, you know what I mean? Like, it would just go really well on top of other shadows. I like. You see how glittery that is? I purposely didn't go all the way to the edge of my eye. It is a really, really pretty color. That's kind of fun. When they described it and they said it was a Shimmer Pearl Fleck, I'm like, what? What exactly is a Shimmer Pearl Fleck? But now it kind of makes sense. It's literally flecks of shimmer. Oh, yep. Oh, I hear footsteps. Won't be long now. Oh my gosh. So I'm kind of, when I use these shimmer colors, I do a lot more packing it on and patting it on than I do like swiping or blending. And I feel like they work best with a damp brush for sure. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, ever since this palette was announced to us, I've been dying to try this blazing color. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that and see how it looks to darken it up. I'm cleaning off my fluffy crease brush, my most favorite brush. If you don't have these two brushes, you're missing out. The fluffy crease brush is our newest one, and it's just a little bit smaller than our blending brush. But I feel like they are both very necessary, and I love them both. So I'm going to use that and I feel like these are like super pigmented, so I feel like I don't need to pick up a whole lot. Yes. This is another good color. Oh, I hear somebody. Who's there? Who's coming to see me? This blazing is really pretty. I'm all about the purples and the mauves. So I'm kind of putting it where I want it right now, and then I'm going to blend it out some.
Can I put on makeup again?
Yeah, I got to put on some more makeup. I told you. She's like, I put on half of my face upstairs, didn't I? Before school. Oh, did Kason get you a snack?
Yeah.
That was nice of him. So then I take this fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to blend everything together. And then I can decide if I need to deepen it up even more. Oh, I love this blazing color. Oh my gosh. And then with that enthralled brown, isn't it pretty? I know, it sparkles. You love everything that sparkles, don't you?
I like the pink thing over there.
I know, you like lipstick the most, don't you?
I found lipstick.
I knew I wouldn't get through a video without them coming down.
I found lipstick.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you think you need to use it?
No.
What's up, Kason? I'm almost done.
No.
I got new eyeshadows, Kason. Isn't that so exciting? He's like, really, Mom?
I'm not a girl.
You're not a girl, I know. Someday, you'll appreciate good makeup, too. When your girlfriend wears it. Afton, don't be taking all my stuff. She likes to steal it all and hide it from me. Oh my goodness, I love it. And like, I feel like there's so many, like you could even ignore these colors and just use these three for an amazing eye look. Or you can ignore these and use those colors for an amazing eye look. Like there's so many possibilities with this one palette. And this, Audacious, is that what it's called? Yeah, Audacious would make a great liner. Love versatile palettes when there's so many different options. Ooh, and this blazing would make a really good liner too. It's that really deep maroon. That would work too. Oh geez. Sounds like they're wrestling or fighting upstairs. That's good. That's always a good thing. Not so much. Okay. What are we thinking? Oh, someone's crying. Weird. Always. You could just hear the feet above me. Oh my gosh. I don't even have my eyeliner down here. Whoops. So I am going to use my shadow as a liner. Oh my goodness, I love it. My phone does not do it justice whatsoever. What are you doing? Are the boys fighting?
My makeup.
Your makeup? I just always like to make sure I'm blending really well, just so I don't have any of those harsh lines. Here, you do it over there. I don't want you, like, she constantly is packing things up in bags, and she just slowly steals things from me. Like, this is mine. What else is mine in here? Oh, my unique mirror. That's mine. Oh, lip balm on. That's mine. Oh, this is mine. You're such a stinker. She's always stealing things. Little crazy girl. And I have a feeling it's only going to get worse as she gets older. Okay, I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm going to go with that blazing. We're just going to see what it looks like smudged under the eye. Normally I always do some black liner on my waterline, but we're going to go with this today. And not, well, I should say I usually smudge shadow into my lash line and then I always do the black on my waterline, but we're going to go with just the shadow today and see. I think I'm going to get a little bit of this Audacious brown and add that into, kind of mix the two together. Yep, I'm a fan. I'm loving this palette. So if you didn't hear me when I first got on, this palette is super low inventory. It's a brand new product that launched April 1st. It will be coming back. They will restock it, but I don't know how long that will take. So if you want to get it, if you've been wanting it, you want to get on it soon because it's about to go back ordered. I'm pretty certain of it. They've already had to move inventory around. It showed back order on our end for a little while, and then they moved some inventory around. So if you order the Kudos, you can still get this as an option. And then you get to choose your Epic mascara, which is what I'm applying right now. I'm using the waterproof black. We also have regular black and we have brown. If you have the waterproof mascara, you will know that it's not easy to get off, which is good. That's the point of it. But obviously when you go to bed, you don't want to struggle to get your mascara off. And for the health of your eyes and your lashes, you want to make sure you're removing your mascara every night. So I have a super easy solution for you. It's called the cleansing stick. It's this guy right here. New packaging now. This is going to last a really long time. I've had the same one for quite a while. Well, since it launched in, when? August? But it like melts. It melts your waterproof mascara, I swear, right off of your eyelashes. And then I just use a damp cloth or one of our cleansing cloths to remove it all. You just like rub this on and then massage your lashes gently and it literally just melts off. So if you're going to get waterproof because summer is coming, then, and you're not a loyalty customer and you want to get free shipping on your Kudos, just add the cleansing stick and then your order ships for free. But if you're a loyalty customer of mine, or loyal customer, whatever, you will get free shipping on the Kudos because it's $80 and free shipping is $75 or more for those loyal customers. And if you're not sure if you're a loyal customer, message me and I can let you know. Our loyal customers are people who have their own account and order from those accounts, or I can create an account and order for you. But every $100 you spend as a loyal customer, yeah, I'm almost done, you get $10 Y cash to use on a future order. So that can accumulate quickly because it's good for a year. So the loyal customer definitely has its perks. Okay, so palette, Epic mascara, and then you get a lipstick. One of our liquid lipsticks, which are matte. We have tons of different. This is just some of them.
I want that.
I have a couple up in my purse. So there's, you like that? There's plenty to choose from. A couple of my favorites would be.
I want that.
Shh, no, you can't have this.
Please.
No.
No.
Which, why can't I find it now?
I want it.
Sentimental is a favorite for spring and summer. Snarky is a really good one, but that one is back ordered right now because it's so popular. Subtle is my absolute favorite right now. And right behind Subtle is Stellar, which I know you guys have seen me use a lot, but I feel like it goes with this palette really well. Here, put this on. You put that on.
This is purple. It's not purple.
Well, I don't want you to use a super dark color.
Yeah.
You want purple?
Yeah.
Which one that looks purple to you? This one? You want that one?
Yes.
She wants this one. This could be interesting. Spontaneous. Okay, I'll put a little bit on you, okay? Oh, you already have some on. Oh, you are a mess. I can't get it on your lips very good. Oh boy. It's beautiful. Hi! Jessie, did you order this new palette? I love it. So pretty. So many different options. Oh my gosh. Or combinations. You need to clean it off now? Of course you do.
No. Don't keep this purple off.
Well, what else are you gonna take off? Oh my gosh, you better get on it if you want it. It's gonna be gone soon. Well, I mean, it'll come back, but you'll just have to wait longer. Okay, so let's do some Stellar liquid lipstick because I think it'll be perfect for today. I gotta wipe all the excess off because you don't need very much of this stuff.
Now look.
This one tube is gonna last you a long time because it goes a long way.
Give me it. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I have to have it all. It's a tax write-off for me though, right? So that's my excuse. I can have it all.
Mommy, get it. There.
Oh my goodness. So Stellar is like the perfect nude, I think. It's a little bit darker. If you want a little bit lighter of a nude, then I would go with Subtle. And again, you get the palette, the mascara, and the liquid lipstick for 20% off if you bundle these together. And the only way you can get palette 6 right now is in the Kudos. But we also, if you don't want that one,
Mommy, look.
oh my, yes. If you aren't interested in palette 6,
What are you doing?
I will. I'm almost done, okay? What did we talk about? Remember, you were supposed to stay up there with Kason. We also have palette 1, which is the neutrals. So that's an option. You can do palette 2, which is the date night palette, the perfect smoky eye. She won't stop. Palette number 3, purples. Palette 4 is the blues and the neutrals. I will do it when I'm done. And then the party palette, the bold palette, the unicorn palette, whatever you want to call it, palette number 5. Okay. You want me to wipe it off? Okay. And then we have, again, palette 6 that I used today. I know. Free or half off makes it even better, right? For sure. Definitely some perks to being a presenter, right? Okay, we'll do that one in just a minute. Okay, if you have any questions about anything that I used today, please let me know. Or if you need other product suggestions, I would be happy to help you. Just send me a message if you need color matched, whatever. Okay, I'm so glad you said that you love palette 5. So many people are scared of palette 5, and it's really not nearly as scary as it seems. There's really pretty colors in there. I mean, I don't use them all together, but I love the colors in palette 5. So I'm glad you said that. But okay, I hope you guys all have a fabulous evening, and I will talk to you soon.